We're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming to another
Hello.
episode of Collaboration Station. So, hey.
Hello.
Hey, Cindy. Hey, Amanda. How are you guys?
Very
I'm
well, thank
good.
you.
Good. So, today we're going to talk about, hey, Stephanie, we're going to talk about monthly booking requests and what the difference is between priority bookings and the booking requests, monthly bookings. So, but first, let's get started with introductions. So I think Cindy was here first. Cindy, can you say hello?
Okay. Yeah, Cindy Bennett, and I do have a YouTube channel that I'm working on. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can check it out. I'm a work in progress. I'm trying to learn YouTube and all the different things. And I also have the Facebook iPad users group on Facebook to help people that want to use their iPad, for teaching. And I also recommend to use it for a backup. So that's
Yeah.
me. Oh, I've been with VIPKid
Yeah.
2.5 years, so I do have some experience too. Okay.
She recommended the iPad as a backup like a year ago to me. I think December it'll be a year that I made, even before actually it was November. And good thing because I had it ready to go when I had issues and been using the iPad as a backup ever since. So thank
I
you
do
for
too.
that.
I'm a backup person, iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I
So
remember you were a little skeptical at first, Amanda, when you first of all you're like, my computer's so good, I don't need it, and then all of a sudden,
Ha ha.
oh boy.
I
yeah.
also am not a Mac person. I've never
Yeah.
used Macs. I've never had an iPad myself. So I am a PC Android girl all the way. So
Yeah.
to sell me on
Yeah.
an iPad is why should I get one? My mom
Yeah.
gave me a cast off. So it's a used, I refurbished it myself. I wiped it clean and restarted and have had a good success using it as a backup. Thank goodness, because my real computer's in the shop. And so I was able to teach about 10 classes on iPad.
Mhm.
So it's wonderful. Just keep it plugged in so that
Yeah.
when you're ready, you pick up and go and you get
Yeah.
in quickly. Yes, you get a teacher no show if you don't appear in the classroom. It
Mhm.
happened to me twice. So, regardless of technical issues, regardless of sleeping in, forgetting, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You have to be there in the classroom physically. And if you're not, then you're all in, you got your teacher no shows. So, I've had
Yeah.
it happen twice because of technical problems. So
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in Cindy's iPad group for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rebecca said PC girl here too. I want to learn the iPad stuff. Head over to Cindy's iPad group. She's got a lot of new videos that you've just came out with too.
I'm trying to put
Um,
more up, like just
yeah,
whatever
you've
I
been
think of
rocking.
something. One of them I put up like 5 things that you need to, like, obstacles to teaching, because I
Uh-huh.
just was talking to someone and they kind of got me going. I'm like, I remember when that was me, and
Hmm.
thinking what I had to overcome to keep
Yeah.
doing this job. But
You talked
yeah.
about sleep on that one, I think it was, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, you got to get up
that was
just
different.
me too. I
Okay.
didn't think I could do it.
Yeah. So Amanda
I
just put your iPad group up in the chat.
I
Oh,
did.
Awesome.
thank you.
No
And
worries.
the other
Yeah.
thing about the iPad was when I first got into VIPKid, I didn't think you could use an iPad. And then I saw that certain people were using it, like they go on vacation or, different places. I saw people were using them. So then I
Right.
had mine as a backup. And when I actually used it, I'm like, this is actually pretty good. It's not bad using it. So I
Good.
just wanted to make sure everybody knew that, because I already had an iPad and I already loved it.
Yeah.
So I figured, put it to use.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest reasons for me was you never know when your computer's doing a restart in the middle of the night and like you
Right.
wake up and you're like, oh. So hey
Yeah.
guys, thanks for coming.
Things happen with computers
Yeah.
randomly. So you just
Yeah.
never know when you have to be prepared. And an iPad is a reasonable, like under a couple $100, buy a refurbished one. You don't need a new one,
Right.
or ask a friend. My mom had an old iPad. Lots of people have old iPads that are just sitting around, and mine is a 9-year old. It still has the
Wow.
right operating system. It
Nice.
barely works, but it goes, and I can get in the
Yeah.
classroom classroom, so I'm lucky it is
There you go.
successful. I've used it a couple times, thank goodness. I really, when your heart beats fast and you're freaking out, freak out, freak
Yes.
out, freak out,
Yes.
really having the iPad is wonderful. I've
Mhm.
forgotten to plug it in at least 2 times because I have 3 a.m. brain. But in general, if I keep it plugged in, I can get in quickly. I don't get in teacher IT or a teacher no-show. It is well worth the couple $100. Buy a refurbished one on Amazon. It is wonderful to have a backup. Ask someone on Facebook, hey, anyone have an old iPad? Toss them 25, $50 and you're good. So I'm a huge fan in having a backup device, backup internet, but definitely it helps the heart palpitations.
I wish I had the video of you saying, I don't need one. I probably have it somewhere.
I know.
That would be awesome.
We could probably find it.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad you have a good computer because I don't.
Oh,
I do now, though. I have an awesome one now.
Oh, good. So lucky. Mine's coming back from the shop. So hopefully on my gaming computer, I'll be able to Manicam again instead of paper background, which I had to revert back to. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Definitely something you want to keep a hold of.
And with that, Amanda, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, yes. We're talking about a totally different topic. We got a sidetracked squirrel. That was us. I am Amanda Panda Teacher, amandapandateacher.com. I have an Etsy shop as well as a website with a blog full of resources. Every week I share a new printable. This week coming up is the farm. It has every animal in VIPKid that we teach. I've never seen a printable with them all together.
Wow.
So if you're on my email list, every Wednesday I send an email with a freebie. This week is farm, and then we'll switch to Christmas time stuff. So make sure you hop to amandapandateacher.com, get on my email list. I'd love to see you on my YouTube channel. I go live every Wednesday at 7:15 a.m. Pacific Coast time.
Great. Hey, Amy and Melissa, thanks for coming.
Sorry, I was late. I was grocery shopping too and got stuck. So.
Yeah, I went grocery shopping about, 8 o'clock this morning, but I went to Walmart. So, it wasn't just groceries. And, I got home at like 11. So, who are you? And can you let them know about your upcoming meetup?
Sure.
Amy? Oh.
Sure. Yeah. Melissa and I are going to co-host a meetup on December 1st called Wham Bam Manicam.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so it's for newbies and experts and everybody in between. Ideally, we'll answer some questions, but really want people to show off their creativity, how they use Manicam in the classroom. And just go through some of the quick starter tips, things like that. Everybody has different tech questions. We'll answer what we can. But most of it is about using it within the classroom in creative ways to do that. So
excellent. And Melissa, I know you were busy. Thanks for coming.
Well, I'll have to come. I want to talk about this. I feel like every Saturday VIPKid world is confused. So definitely here to help out as I can. But again, Melissa, I am the creator and one of the admins of the VIPKid Friends page. So join us. We're going to have a VIPKid 12 Days of Christmas giveaway starting on December 1st. We're going to have a lot of fun things to give away again. So join us for that. And we're a supportive group. We answer questions and no snark allowed in VIPKid Friends. We're just going to be helpful. So
we're just friends.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, today we're going to talk about, like I said, what is the difference between priority bookings, booking requests, monthly booking requests, and answer questions. If you have any, please put them in the chat. And I've gotten a couple that I've found. So anybody want to go first and start this talk off?
Dun, 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 dun. Booking request.
Okay, well, here's the thing. On Saturdays, Melissa mentioned on Saturdays, many people are confused. And what happens on Saturdays is, well, for me, we get booking requests and they're for 4 weeks out. And the first one usually lately on Saturdays have been like definite one and then some saved ones. So you're looking, thinking, what is going on? My phone says I have a request and then it's not working. So that is where people are getting confused, or one area. And what we learned was you have to go to your teacher portal to see certain types of booking requests.
If you update your app, you can see both of them now. There's a new update. And so if you, now everybody was saying this, and I had to actually delete the app and then reinstall it. And when I did that, it would tell me I had a request and both types would show up.
Oh, wow. I thought I was up to date. I guess I'm not. Awesome. So
yeah, I did too. And when you went to the app store to like look for updates, it didn't like tell me there was one. But like I said, I deleted and reinstalled, and then all of a sudden I could see those requests. And I like that because like what you said, they're coming in on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm not really able to sit in front of my computer all day Saturday and Sunday and fill these requests, right? So I want to be able to see them from my phone. Yeah, that was important to me.
Yeah, because I don't always think about running to my computer. Well, it's funny. I'm on my computer certain hours of the day, but not when they're starting to come in and things. So
right, yeah.
With bookings, I typically do it. I'll look at them on my phone, but when I go to actually accept them, I just go to my computer. I feel safer, and I can look at the calendar, double check things. So for me, I'll look at them, let them sit there on my phone, and then head over to the computer when I'm ready to actually accept. One thing I was going to say just right off the bat, which might rub people the wrong way, regardless of anything, you as an individual and as an independent contractor are responsible for your bookings. So all the craziness and the headaches and everything, if you accidentally accept something, it is your fault, so it can be a bit confusing, but all of the information pretty much that we are sharing here today is found in the VIPKid portal. Yes, you have to look for it, and yes, it can be kind of worded weird, but everything that we're talking about has been mentioned in the weekly updates and is provided in the portal. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's right under the support tab too. So it's pretty
That
convenient.
support tab is awesome. People should use it. I feel like
definitely.
It's there for a reason, right?
So I have a question.
I was just going to say, sorry, Cindy, I just going to say one thing about what Amy said. A teacher sent me a message. She told me that what she does in order to make sure that she can see everything when she does all those monthly bookings is she looks at them on her phone on the app, and then she opens her computer and moves the booking page to see the whole calendar as she's doing it. So that's just a suggestion to as a hack to make it work for you, to look at them on your phone and then see them on the screen all laid out. Because if you flip forward in your calendar where you see the booking of the whole week, you could see where they're being requested. And that's how I discovered Christmas, because I was getting bookings and I was like, I blocked Christmas, but hey, there's 4 of them on Christmas morning.
Wow.
No way. I'm not waking up at 2:30 in the morning on Christmas morning. Santa likes to sleep at my house. So just know that that's a hack. She said was look at your phone and look at it on the booking page too. And of course, everything that we say and in Facebook groups should always be verified by searching in the support tab. Also, your emails. VIPKid sends you an email every week with a teacher update. This was in the teacher update multiple times. So you got to go and look at your stuff to figure out what the answers are. It's good to have YouTube videos and people help you, but it's all about from the horse's mouth. Confirm what you're looking for by searching in the support tab. Start getting in the habit of going there first. There you go. Okay, Cindy, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, good. I'm glad you put those up there like that. So, okay. So
are you talking to me?
Everybody, she's got the rules. She's got the bookings.
Okay.
So say we don't, maybe there's no real particular reason I don't want to book out a month. I just want to book out 2 weeks, and I can just deny. I've just been denying them because I'd rather just get booked right the way I've been doing it. And it makes me nervous to book out too far. Like, especially if it's a Friday or Saturday night. If it's early in the morning, probably it'll be fine because I don't usually go anywhere early in the morning. But if it's during the day or evening, I don't like to, just in case something comes up, you know, a month down the road, you don't really know on a Friday, Saturday night. So if I just deny it, can that person still book me if they want to?
I think so.
Yes, I've had it
Yeah.
happen where if I denied like a 4-week booking, but then for the regular frenzy that one particular week, then they've booked it during my open slots.
Yeah.
And also for me, I guess I'm part of that teacher group, which I was going to ask, how many of you have the where you can accept one?
Yeah, I
the
can
first?
accept first. Yeah.
I can.
Wait.
But not everyone has that. Only
Right.
certain
Oh,
people
really?
have the accept
Oh,
first or
wow.
accept all feature.
Oh no, I
So-
have accept all.
I
Yeah,
have
so that's
accept
a
first
trial.
and all.
So I
they're
can
trying
accept all
that.
or accept first. Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it was about 25 to 35% of the teachers got that. And we actually got an email. They were like, hey, we're beginning these and we're putting you in a group to kind of test it out. And generally what happens is they're going to send an email, you know, survey kind of thing to us later. I mean, that's how it's worked in the past. So I'm just assuming that's what's going to happen. And I'm happy about that because a lot of times people on the Facebook page, they'll be like, I can teach the other 3, but I can't teach the first one.
Right.
So I feel like that would be a good suggestion. I mean, we're getting kind of ahead of ourselves now, but like, instead of just accept first, maybe you could accept the last 3, accept first or accept all or something like that. Because I feel like I see that a lot, you know, I could
Right.
do the other 3, but not the first one.
I'm trying to think because I have a question, but I think this is for later.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Like, so if we accept it, we are accepting a booking, but they can cancel anytime, but we can't. Is that how
Right.
it works?
Well,
Okay.
If
you
you're
see
looking at
the
Yeah.
ones that are up here, the first one for Daniel, right? And it's kind of looks small to me, but hopefully you can see it. So it's the first one says requested in orange, and then the last 3 say saved. So for those, it's going to just book the first one, the December 5th one, and I can go in and cancel the saved ones because they're blue, and they're going to be blue on your booking page. So like Amanda said in another meeting, and I picked it up, I loved it. If it's blue, it's up to you on this request and on your booking page.
Yeah.
And so you can see the little like gray person with a clock next to December 26th. That and only that is my reminder that I have December 26th blocked. But if I accept all, it's going to book that. And if you notice down on the bottom one, they all are orange and they all say requested. So if I accept all for those, they're booked. They're going to be booked green on my booking page.
Huh.
And December 25th also has that little gray person with a clock, right? But I can't cancel that one. If I accept all, I'm stuck teaching on Christmas morning. So you really have to pay attention. And it looks very similar to this in the portal too, but you really have to pay attention to the color. Like, is it blue and saved, or is it all orange?
Because mine have had the little box, and I can like highlight the circle for the ones I want.
Oh.
And then it will say
to decline them.
To decline. Yeah.
To decline them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it will say, then I get a choice if you can, what's the choice? If
Why did you decline?
Oh,
right?
Do you want this booked if the person doesn't book it?
Yeah.
Right.
And so I usually it's been for Friday and Saturday night, and I say no. And if it's 4 a.m. or 4:30, I say no. I'm just doing like 5 a.m. if for requested. So I know the times I'm not going to do. So that makes it so I'm not going to accidentally book something. And then at evening, you know, if it's my evening, I do look at the calendar. But if it's like during the morning from 5 to 8, then I just usually accept them.
Yeah.
So those are like the regular priority requests say those too. Like I think they all say that now, and I like that they say that. Like I might teach summer at 5:30 a.m., but I don't want a trial at 5:30 a.m.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that feature. But for this, to answer your question, this was from Saturday, maybe this screenshot. So I declined Cherry, but she ended up booking in the frenzy. Like she booked those classes that she wanted, and she sent a priority request for the 11th or whatever. Like before the real frenzy started on Sunday, she sent a priority request for just that one class.
So they're not going to take it personally.
Yeah, absolutely, they can do that. And so. Yeah, definitely, you know, take care of you. I'm a person I feel like has a hard time saying no. But VIPKid has really helped me with that. Like this is personal growth within my work, right? I've learned how to say no because it's really easy to, you know, oh, they want me to teach you. But again, you know, they can cancel at 25 hours. And so I feel like, you know, hey, teachers, always put yourself first, whatever that request is.
So I'm curious about your first one. Did you accept and then close the 26th?
I did. I accepted it and I immediately went to the 26th and closed it.
Excellent.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I wanted to give quick definitions of the three in case anybody is new and wants to know. Priority bookings. A parent can send you a priority booking. It's to request to a specific teacher after they've finished class together. So usually right after you finish a class, you might get a priority booking from someone if you're not already available or open for that time. Usually once I finish a class, they go and book that time slot for the next one.
Yeah.
But if it's closed, then they can priority request you. The request will be for 2 weeks after the completed class. Now, booking requests, it says regular teacher. A parent can set up to 5 teachers as a regular teacher and select up to 5 time slots at which they want to have class in a given week. Slots are chosen 2 weeks in advance.
And those are by your interested students. So when you see those on your list in your phone app.
Right. And then the monthly booking request, it says monthly booking request function the same way as booking requests, except you will receive a request for 4 time slots over 4 consecutive weeks. So that's the difference between them. Do you think we have any questions on that one yet?
So you can get a request from a student that you haven't taught before. They can be interested in you, but you know, not right after the class, but like right before the frenzy. If they're on your interested list, they can send you that priority request.
Yeah, that was a question in the Facebook group too. They're like, why am I getting a priority request from them? Because they can choose five teachers on their interested list.
Yeah, I just wanted to say too, if somebody's watching this video and they're new, if you're brand new, then, you know, they might need to understand that the frenzy is Sunday night usually. I don't know, are new people, do they get booked on Saturdays? I get bookings on Sunday morning as well. Do new people?
Yeah, the new people, like referral that just got hired, you know, she's taught about 3 weeks and she's getting these for booking requests and booking reservations on Saturday too.
Okay, so, but the real frenzy for, like, if you don't have everything filled in on Saturday and Sunday morning, then like for me, if I have any openings, they'll fill up on Sunday night for not the current week, but the following week.
Right.
So,
So the frenzy is
2 weeks out, right?
The frenzy starts on the Sunday, but it's not for the week we're currently in, it's for the following week.
The other thing is I wanted to say is, like, when I was new, I would open my bookings, anything I could possibly teach. And so, and at that time I accepted anything I could get. So the longer you stay, you know, once you get established, you can sort of control your schedule a little more. But when you're new, you want to just get those, you know, the regulars and just get your, you know, what is it called again? The friend base, subscribers, or what is it called?
Followers.
I haven't checked it in a while, but my followers are not really increasing much, although I've gotten a lot of new students, and my Apple reviews are just like
Nothing.
non-existent,
Nothing.
basically.
Ditto.
But I'm fully booked, so I'm not worried about it. But I figure
right.
it's not something we're really watching as much as we used to, I guess.
No, that's
No,
true.
you're right.
And to touch on the new teacher subject real quick, do not be afraid to open short notice. You know, even if you want to put 30 minutes in between those short notices, that genuinely is one of the biggest ways you're going to get new students, because people do book with their regular teachers 2 weeks out. So if you're coming in as a new teacher, you really need to open short notices because the other students are already booked. So don't be scared. Just do it.
Right.
Also, don't not accept 4-week like requests. So like if you have a set schedule and you have certain students and you know you're available for all those 4, don't just say no, because the parents know that this is a feature now. It's very convenient for them to get the slots that they want with all the rows, all the days in a row. So if kids are getting into slots where there are 4 weeks with the one teacher, that means just less leftovers and extras. So if you're
Right.
on the mindset, oh, I only do such and such, or I don't accept priorities, or this may be a time to change your mindset a bit, because the biz has changed. It's now a 4-week game. It's not a 1-week or 2-week game any longer. So if you are not accepting or not getting them, all the kids will be shuffled into 4-week slots and you'll be left behind.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Very good point, Amanda.
ouch.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a change that's been especially hard for some veteran teachers, right? Because they were hired and in the whole, this is flexible, you can set your own schedule and you're only booked 2 weeks out. And, now in the last couple of months that's changed, right? We're booked 4 weeks out. I'm booked through Christmas now. So
Now, is anyone getting booked 6 weeks out? Here's the weird thing. So I have, and I think it's partly an LP, because I get booked for 2 classes from a student, and then I get the 4-week booking request. So I actually am booked. I have classes January 6th and January 9th.
Kasie, are they Starlight classes
Wow.
by chance?
Probably, because I teach about more than half of my classes are Starlights now.
Because I've been
Saturday-
getting a lot of them.
Yeah,
for
Saturday
Starlight.
I have a Starlight frenzy is what I call it. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I've heard
I
of
don't
that,
do
but for
Starlight.
some reason it seems to only be the Starlight teachers that are getting that. Now I don't know why.
Starlight.
I don't know if it's the LP or I don't know if it's the curriculum. But I saw it once and I wish I'd taken a screenshot. It might have been a Starlight class. But I didn't accept it because I feel like I just gotten used to 4 weeks out, right? And I just didn't want to be like 6 weeks, January, that's a new year,
Yeah.
So I declined it. But
Yeah.
I only saw it that one time.
I've been seeing them a lot recently with the holidays, because I think there's more and more teachers taking off a few days for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I think they're having a harder time filling those slots, because if they're taking off the 25th, 26th, or New Year's, so that's why we're seeing them being pushed into January.
I'm taking 2 weeks off, Christmas week, New Year's week, the whole no
Nice.
classes. Zilcho. And I never would have done that before, because I now have no more opportunities for a base pay adjustment. So it doesn't really matter how many PPT slots I teach. So I'm going to teach whenever I want, and I'm going to enjoy my birthday, and my son's birthday is the week of Christmas, and then the next week is New Year's. So 2 weeks
Nice.
off for me, no classes. So all of those students I book, they often wait for me to come back, so they won't take another teacher. But if they do, then that's more slots available. I started with VIPKid 3 years ago, Thanksgiving time. I taught on Thanksgiving morning and picked up students from other teachers that were not teaching. So if you're new, you should be opening those slots on those mornings of Christmas, the day after Black Friday, all the way to Christmas and New Year's. Those are all great opportunities to increase your bookings, to pick up kids from other teachers. Don't steal my regulars, but that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I remember
So-
last year this teacher posting like on Facebook, haha, teachers, I am fully booked and taking all of your students. And I was like,
Oh no. Yeah,
Not
3.5 years in, I'm taking 5 days off for Christmas, like the 23rd
Look at
to
you,
the
veteran.
28th. And then I'm going to teach 2 days. And then I'm going to take off 5 days for New Year's as well. So, but again, this is the first year I've done that. I feel similar to Amanda, right? Like I could do
I
that
took
now.
Thanksgiving
So
off, and then priority bookings came in, and I was like, okay. And then I took Christmas off, and then priority bookings came in. I was like, oh.
I was worried about that. I'm telling you, personal growth. I learned how to say no.
No.
Look, you're making me all nervous. I can't say no yet.
Well, I took my regulars for Thanksgiving, my general regulars, but I plan on actually opening short notice just to see what I get because I'm not doing much. So I figured see some new students, get a little extra cash, hopefully,
Yeah. I figured most people will be sleeping. Like my family that's coming in, I figured they'll be sleeping, well, except my parents because they wake up for the farm. So they'll be awake, but they've never seen me teach. So that'll be interesting. Okay, we did have a question. Does blocking a time period also block monthly booking requests?
No. So it's going to show up. You're going to get the monthly booking request. It's going to show up. And the only reminder you get on the monthly booking request is like, I'm going to try to show it again, you guys, but it's like this little gray person with a clock.
I didn't know that.
So
it's very small.
It's so small. It's easy to miss. And so teachers are accepting it because they don't see that. Plus they're thinking, I blocked those requests. Even if you click that button that says block all booking requests, and it pops up and it says, oh, this can, make your parents of your regular students discouraged or whatever it says when you do that. Even if you click that, this is going to show up. And if I clicked accept on that bottom one where it was a booking, it was a monthly booking, I would have been booked for Christmas morning at 7:30. And people in my house would not have been happy with me. Okay. So it's so small. And I feel like I looked in the support and it is there. Like there's going to be an icon to remind you, but it doesn't really show you what it is or where it shows up. So that's where it is. But just because it's there, if it's one of those bottom ones where it's all orange, that block date will still be booked. But if it's a reservation, again, it'll be saved and you can go close.
So the names of the requests, there's 2 monthly booking types. The reservation is like go into a restaurant. You're going to be served by a waiter. You get a reservation. If it's blue color, just remember it's one you can remove. The first one will always be booked because it's a request, but the rest are reservations. So that's reservation. Then the other is called request. It is orange color, kind of like by fall leaves, and it means better be ready with your orange shirt to teach classes. So just remember that you're looking for the colors to tell you what type of what they are. And I have a feeling, just a heads up, I bet you every Saturday for a really long time, we're going to be getting these because if you think of the way it works in the cycle, we'll be getting a 4-week request. Then as the next week comes on, if we say no, because we can't teach a slot, we'll get another one, the exact same request again until we get past that holiday. Then I know that I teach every single Sunday that slot with Minnie. I can say, okay, and I'll take 4 from her in a row after the Christmas holidays. So just a heads up, this is something that's going to cycle back again. You'll get used to it, but it's going to be every single Saturday for a while that we'll have, oh no, Christmas. So that was me on Christmas. I was like, what's going on? I blocked it. But no, blocking is like window dressing. I think it's like color coding for teachers. I really don't think it does anything that helps you like good besides color coding. So like it blocks, but it doesn't really block the request, which doesn't make sense to me, but that's how it works.
Right. Because there was a question, can parents see my blocked time periods? And on VIPKid, it says parents are able to see your blocked time periods. And the reason that you've listed, they will not see the additional notes that you've left.
Yeah, they
If the
just see the
parents
little
look.
button. Yeah.
Yeah, they could look at the day and it will show like available slots and it will have a little guy at the top with a head, probably just like what we see. And
Right.
that will tell them it's blocked. But the requests are different. The requests are automated from the computer and also sent by LPs. So LPs aren't going to look at all of our schedules. Imagine how in the heck could they have enough time to do
Yeah.
that for every single kid that they see? So it's more of window dressing to tell the parent, hey, why is the teacher not opening classes? Well, hello, it's Christmas, or hello, I had a baby, or whatever it is. It will list it and say it there as window dressing. It doesn't block
Right.
requests because when I go on vacation, I get all the requests. I'm like, no, 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 no. It doesn't stop them. So just know that like it's gonna be how it is.
And they see it. Like I asked a mom this a couple of weeks ago on WeChat, and she said it just looks like
Yeah.
your schedule normally looks like either it's not open or it's booked. And she says the parents have to really know to go click on that icon to get a reason. Because she was like, are you opening classes on December 23rd? And I'd be like, no, it's blocked. And she'd be like, how would I know that? And I'm like, I don't know. And so she sent me a picture and I said, hey,
Yeah.
click on that little person with a clock. And when she clicked on it, it just pulled up like holiday, which is like one of those little bubbles you can fill in, right?
Yeah.
It's a holiday or it's a vacation or
Yeah.
medical reason. Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
I
have to
don't
look
think
for it.
parents
Huh.
pay too much attention unless they're having to
So,
schedule a short
Why am I
notice.
writing stuff in there?
But I think most of the time everything's automated at this point for most people, you know, so they put their little interested times in and then it just goes.
Hey guys, am I breaking up on your end?
It was frozen for a second.
Just for a second, but
Oh,
you're
weird.
fine
It
now.
said unstable, but then it just cleared up. So I'm on Wi-Fi today.
Shame on you.
Haha, we're trying to get new
Uh-oh.
computer
Uh-oh,
hooked
she
up.
is-
What? That Wi-Fi
For a
is
good
so.
day.
What? You're good. You're good, Kasie.
You guys are punks.
Yeah. But I did
Meanies.
want to
Okay.
mention that they like it. The parents really like it.
Yes,
you
they
know,
do.
when this first came out, you know, again, I was used to 2 weeks out. I knew my schedule and
Yeah.
it was an adjustment to kind of think, okay, now I'm going to be booked a month out. But after talking to some parents, they really like this. This was actually something that was pushed from the parent side
Yes.
on those parent panels and surveys. They really wanted this. So I just think, you know, upset teachers can send all the tickets they want, but I think this is here to stay.
And other ESL companies already do it this way. So like if you work for other companies, you set a schedule over a few months with kids. Sometimes you'll see them for a trimester or a period of time with other companies. If you work for other ESL companies, they book you because they've already set the kid in the slots at that time. So like the parents pick that they want a class at this time on this day. And so they get that slot and then they cycle in the teachers. So they don't book you, they book the slot. So this is something VIPKid's moving in the market to and reacting to what parents are requesting. So parents want the same teacher, they want consistent classes, they want the same time, they're tired of fighting the frenzy or not taking requests, etc. So they will be patient with you and to set all your schedule. They'll want to take all your slots so they can fit all the 4. Man, I could teach every single darn day and my kid parents would take all my slots. And right now I really smushed my schedule. I get chat messages, teacher, your class is so hard to book. So sorry. It's the winter. I have to sleep. So it's tough, but you just have to understand, find a balance for yourself. I am so much happier teaching 3 mornings a week versus the 2 months that I did 7 days a week in Pacific Coast time. It's a happier teacher, Amanda. I get a lot more things done. So it's a good balance to find, though it's not so great for my parents.
Yeah.
So do you do OutSchool, Amanda, or just VIPKid?
No, I have no time to teach anything else. I
Okay.
teach one company only, VIPKid. I teach in Pacific Coast time, so like the early morning ESL times. I stay for my regulars. I adore my students, and I've taught them for a very, very long time, going on 3 years with some kids. And I just can't let them go because I just adore them so much.
Yeah.
So I do not teach else school. I am not looking for another company. I am not changing. I am not searching. I got no time to add anything else. So not going to happen.
Her business is booming.
Yes,
Yay.
business
Yeah,
is
but the
booming.
Etsy shop is doing good, right? The Etsy shop.
Etsy is
and-
actually not doing so good.
Oh, really? Oh,
It's
no.
bad. You know what happened is teachers took the pay cut in July, and so all their extra funds that they would use to buy
Oh,
resources for their
wow.
classroom, they're not purchasing anymore. And then they're
Mm.
spending money on something fun that comes in the mail. I'm not really going to say what that is, but
Oh,
so
yeah.
because of that, and I understand, I get it, no problem. So
Yeah.
it goes in cycles. So good because
Sounds
I've
like
been
you
busy
need to change
doing
your
other stuff.
thing. Maybe make
Oh.
I saw a whole webinar about doing those boxes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people do all the different subscription boxes. You could do your own Amanda Panda subscription box.
We'll do a collaboration station and include everybody.
Yeah, there you go. You could
Just in
do a
case you weren't busy enough,
competitive
Amanda,
one.
we've got another idea for you here.
I guess I need to make my office into a shipping central and
Right?
I'll take
Well,
all the
I di-
stuff and ship it to my house.
I didn't realize that was a thing. Like so many people
Yeah.
do all the different types, like, like bath products or flowers or just anything you can think of.
Oh my
And I'm
gosh,
like,
Cindy, I get one for our dog.
oh, do
It has
you
a
really?
monthly subscription box that comes with like toys and treats.
Dogs?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
called
word.
Bark Box. It comes.
Step it up, Amanda. If she buys
Wow.
for a dog, you could certainly compete with that.
Man.
I just got my first one for Goliath.
Oh, my word.
Yesterday. I
Well,
opened
Jasper's
it.
gotten it 3 times now, but he knows what it is when
He
it
does?
comes. And he's like
Oh,
jumping
my
around,
word. That's
'cause he knows.
crazy.
How funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
check
no
in the
worries.
chat.
Like teachers, business will come back. Things will
Yeah.
change and good
Yeah.
things will happen. By the way, come to my shop on Black Friday. I'm having a big bash and my whole shop will be on sale for the weekend. So email subscribers on my list get a double dip coupon code. I've never had a double dip sale. So extra double dip sales. So
Wow.
Awesome. I'll be there.
I'm not going anywhere that weekend,
And
so
what-
maybe I'll
while
check it out.
we're while we're talking about it, her store has great like conversation cards and would you rather things, and they're already laminated, and I didn't have to do it myself.
I have my
She did
turkey
it?
that she sent out for free. Can you see? You can't really see it.
No.
oh man.
Oh, that's
Oh, man.
interesting.
This
I
is
mean,
so
I kind
cute.
of see it and then I don't. It says peekaboo turkey.
Yeah. I used the
Peekaboo turkey.
Thanksgiving table today.
Oh, that's so cute, the snow globe.
Oh, look at
They're
that
so
snow
cute.
globe. Is that on there now?
Yeah, girl. $3.
my
I'll ship you
turkey.
some to Georgia.
All
Cute.
right.
Wait till Black Friday. Don't order till wait till Black Friday.
Okay.
Are you on my email list,
I
Melissa? You
am,
gotta get
I
the
am.
email code. Yep.
I've been doing this. My kids really like it. I put
Oh, wait. I got a
I-
red envelope too. Did you guys see my red envelope?
Oh, so cute.
And it comes with money inside
Oh,
and the
nice.
year of the ox.
Oh, that's a cute ox.
Is that what it is? Do you
Yep.
think they're going to make an ox dino?
I don't know, but I
Oh,
got
that's
this.
weird.
So yeah, at Etsy Amanda Panda Teacher, I'm shipping these out Black Friday. Come shop my
Awesome.
shop Black Friday.
Awesome.
So really quick, I want to head to the chat really quick. Rebecca reminded us that if we teach at 2:30 on Christmas, we might actually get to see Santa.
Oh.
I don't know. I heard that he was afraid of COVID, so
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Rebecca said she does short notice only, so she ignores all of the booking requests. Hey, Tori, thanks for coming. Let's see. Candy said, I accept a request that I can cancel, but she's not accepting the 4-week slots. Well, that's kind of a happy medium. That's a good idea. Hey, Jessica, thanks for coming. She lets them expire. Yeah, Rebecca agrees with you, Melissa, and Amanda about that it's a benefit for the parents.
Mhm.
Hey, Victoria. Victoria messaged me and I'm like, sorry, I'm on a live. And then she stopped by. Thanks. She said she happens to like the monthly bookings. I'm not so worried during the frenzy because it's already pretty full. That's true. My Saturday and Sunday fills before the frenzy starts now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm about 75% full
Yeah.
with
Again, that's what the parents want. When I went to China and I was at dinner with a mom, we were kind of talking about how she books the class. And, she was like, well, I'm so stressed out on Mondays. I'm so stressed out and I have to just, you have to do it fast enough. And I just don't, she's like, I just got frustrated with it. And so I gave it to the LP. And so I was only seeing him maybe once or twice a week instead of 3 times a week, because the LPs just, they've got all these students, right? So they're getting those bookings in when they can, and it just doesn't always work out that all the classes are with me. But hearing her talk about that, I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll teach him once or twice a week, like sharing teachers is not the end of the world, for the student, definitely, or for us as teachers. So I, after kind of that experience and then seeing this roll out this summer, I feel like I kind of see the other side of it. Like they were really, they're working, they're at their jobs or whatever, and they're trying to be on their phone to catch a frenzy class on Monday at noon, and they were getting tired of it too.
Yeah. Rebecca said for Bling ABC, she's booked through March. Somebody was talking about how they do the semesters. I think that was Amanda.
Yes.
Yeah. Candy gets Ipsy boxes every month. I didn't know they were only $12. That's not so bad. Fab Fit. Yes, I've heard that's a good one too. Yeah.
I get all those. Somebody name one I don't
Amanda,
get.
you need to get into that market.
I get the Kong boxes.
I have a vision. I see pandas on the outside of the box.
On the outside?
That would be really cute. The panda box.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Get your boys involved. Maybe it could be their little business.
I'm not making t-shirts, people. Heat press and me do not get along.
That's a lot. I think they have someone else making them though, don't they? Or do they make them themselves?
They go to a print shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no way. How could you make 600
t-shirts? You don't have to do a
in your
t-shirt.
house?
Do something different.
Yeah. Do props. Do all your cute props and rewards.
Or even like the flags. I love these. I get these at Lowe's.
Oh, that's where I got mine.
I just get these little flags or the bigger ones, and they don't glare or anything.
For classroom, I didn't think about that, Cindy.
Yeah.
I have it outside.
I've been doing this all along, Kasie. Hello.
That's an easy way to like change for the seasons too, right?
Yeah.
You just put a different flag up
Yeah.
there. Look, Amanda, we are coming up with your business.
And I have bigger ones and smaller ones. Yeah. You could get like this one I got for like $2 off season. Usually they're like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So if you get them on, and so probably I think the good Fortune box, they buy their stuff like at wholesale prices.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
I
that's
actually
how they
have a question on the booking stuff though, guys.
I was wondering.
Sorry, I can't help you. I'm way out in New Hampshire.
Melissa, I think you were talking about this on Slack actually in our group. Candy's got an idea, but I can't squirrel yet. So on Slack, I think you mentioned with they're doing the 4-week, but their priorities are still coming in. So some of them are getting like twice.
Yes.
Because I have a student that he's got twice a week now, and like this morning he was a no-show, although it was a paid student no-show. He's a handful, so I was very thankful.
Was it paid? I was wondering about that. Yeah. So what happened was I teach Vanessa. Vanessa is another one of those students that I've taught a lot. And so I taught her, and they sent a 4-week booking reservation. So that first one at 6 a.m. booked, and it booked for 4 weeks out. And so we did that, happened for 2 weeks. And then I taught her at 6:30 that next week, and she sent a priority booking for the 6:30 slot, and I accepted it. And then I went back after teaching and looked at my schedule, and I realized that Vanessa was booked for 6 as a saved reservation and at 6:30 as a booked class. And I sent it to the teacher community advocate. I said, hey, look, this is a problem because my guess is they've forgotten that they've got these 4 classes booked out as a reservation, or the LP did it. And then I got this the booking request underneath that reservation, but they can't take 2 classes back to back anymore.
Right.
MOE regs, say they can't do that. So what's going to happen is they're going to end up canceling this class. And what happens is they get those 20 5 hour, 26 hour, on their phone, those notifications, like you have a class in tomorrow at 6, you have a class tomorrow at 6:30. Well, for them, I think it would say 7 and 7:30, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh, and then they would go and cancel one of them. And then it, odds are it's not going to rebook for me. So when I sent that in on Slack, I will say again, VIPKid, very receptive company. I feel like they listen to us. Within 12 hours, that first class was canceled, the saved class, and they kept the 6:30 class. And I got a private message on Slack, thank you for letting them know. And the LPs have been informed to look out for this particular issue. So
Yeah,
they know it's something that's happening.
Yeah, it is happening because I had a couple cancel that were booked like that. And then I also, like I said, I had a student no show from him, but his is coming on opposite days now instead of the time back to back. So I was like, well, maybe he wants to book 2 in a row. But then when I saw your message on Slack and he didn't show up, or 2 days in a row, I was like, oh, I wonder if that's what's happening is he forgot originally. Yeah. So you might want to be on the lookout. If that happens to you, there's nothing we can do, but you're going to have to submit a ticket.
Yeah.
If you see that happening.
And they definitely know it's happening. So I feel like it'll be, it's one of those things that they're going to pay attention to. Oh, here's a booking that conflicts. And, I don't know what the answer to that is. I definitely don't want priority booking individual classes to go away. But they're going to figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, it's new, and everything that rolls out new, it's like, oh, we didn't realize this could be, part of a problem. Before we get to you, Amy, I do want to say there's 12 people in here. If you guys have any questions for us, I know we're a bit squirrely today, but it's fun. We need to chat. We haven't chatted all week. So put your questions in the chat box, and we will get to them. So, Amy,
I want to say one more thing. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead,
just about bookings. So about bookings and cancellations.
Yeah.
So oftentimes we don't really think about canceling classes and are just like, I don't feel like teaching. I'm not going to teach. I'm going to cancel that one. Remember that now you want to be really thoughtful and save your cancellations for times when you've got a 4-week request and stuff comes up, like at my kids' school. Sometimes, obviously not at 2 a.m, but like on Friday night, sometimes things happen in my kids' school, and I don't want to teach when there's a school event, but I don't know about those 4 weeks in advance.
Right.
So my Friday night classes, I will accept those 4-week priority bookings, but maybe I'm going to be really thoughtful and save my cancellations so that if I had to cancel that set of classes in advance because of an event at my child's school or something else that happens, I'm going to be really careful with those. Everybody gets sick, stuff happens, but I'm really going to be careful about saving my cancellations, being very cognizant of only booking classes on the days that I teach, no extra priority bookings, and then really watching my cancels because I want to save them when stuff like that happens.
Good point. Yeah. I never really, that's a good idea. My kids aren't going to school, so I guess I don't have to worry about school events, but things do come up. So, Amy, what were you going to say?
To add on a little bit to what Melissa's situation was, I teach a set of twins, and one of them has since the 4-week scheduling is sending me like 4 days a week requests for 4 weeks out. And I know the kid doesn't take class so I accepted all 4 and said, okay, they're going to pick and choose. And that's sure enough what they did. And so I did end up having like 2 cancellations or whatnot. Now I figured out which ones they typically want. Like he never takes class on Sunday. He's always taking it like Tuesday, Thursday or something like that. So I declined the Sunday and I accept Tuesday and Thursday. And they keep coming back though. So I think that's something maybe we should address with VIPKid is reminding parents to double check what they have set as well.
Right.
That's getting the Sunday request sent to you. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because they are automatically done. So Candy wants to know who's working on Thanksgiving. Cindy and I are. Amy. Not the
I'm not even
veteran.
cooking or
I think he's
anything,
a
but my
veteran.
husband's going to be home and I just don't. I mean, bless his heart. He hears me teach in this closet every day at 6 a.m. I just figure Thanksgiving Day, he cannot hear that, and we can both sleep late.
Melissa, I thought of you. So I told my husband, I'm like, why don't we just change? We have this weird setup where there's a closet and then a closet in my closet, right? So I think it was like a gun safe. There's a cop that used to live here. Anyway, not a gun
Okay.
safe, but like a closet where he kept his guns
I
locked
got you.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm like, I could like teach in this. And my husband's like, with all of your stuff? No. He's like, you would never.
We have an empty room upstairs, and I said, we could make this room, this is on the first floor, I said, we could make this room like a den or a kid's game room or something, because we've had so many people in this house, now we have space, and I'm like, I could teach upstairs in the extra room, and they're like, but then we'll hear you. No. they'd rather have me stay downstairs and not make a game room. I'm like, funny. I might do it anyway.
How many of you have taught in like a hotel room with your husband and kids?
Oh man, I taught
like with other people there. I'm like,
I taught in the cottage. We had a tiny cottage we rented when we went to Florida, and this is when I was pretty new. And my husband, it was just the two of us, and it was one bedroom and with a kitchenette with a bathroom. And the only setup was right in the room with the bed and everything. And my husband had to get up early. He's like, and he always gets up early anyway. And he had to go out. I'm like, you could stay in the bed. Like, nobody's going to see you. Like, it's just,
Yeah. Steve just rolls over now. He doesn't care. And I'm like, please don't have a level 1. Please don't have a level 1. My husband,
I know the people next door heard me. Like if I was like, put me in a very like far room with no one near me.
That's what I was gonna say.
If my husband sees it, because I would like him to do it. He could make some extra money, but
Joseph does it, so I don't really mind. Like, we're fine. Like, he knows what it's like, and he does it sometimes, holidays and now some furlough days. So he is, he's fine. My problem is always, like Amy said, the people in the hotel. So I've gone and had to teach in the hotel, and there's not, like, you can pick a corner, but either corner is going to be typically against a room. And so I taught one morning, and then we got up to leave. We were actually taking my daughter to a ballet intensive. So we were at the hotel and we were moving in the next day, moving her into the dorm. And so, I taught and everybody got ready, and 8:00 we're like coming out of the room, and this guy was coming back from the ice machine. He was like getting ice in his little bucket, and he was like, "Hi, teacher Melissa. I'm fine this morning." And I was like, oh
no.
I'm so sorry.
Can you imagine Amanda in California, somebody coming out of that room saying, "Oh, hi, Teacher Amanda."
No, I teach in business centers at hotels. And I asked the hotel if I can use their conference room because I teach so early in the morning. So when we travel, I actually even taught, oh my gosh, the worst ever. In Motel 6 in downtown Los Angeles, I taught in their coffee room, and I had to put a sticker. Yes, that was a couple years ago, right before Thanksgiving. I had to put a sticker on my sleeve that said, "I'm an online teacher. I'm teaching kids in China," because the security guards kept bothering me to ask me what I was doing, because it's Motel 6 in downtown LA. Who is this crazy lady in the coffee room? It was awful. I won't ever do that again. But now when I travel, I ask the hotel for, like, the breakfast center. No one's awake that early at the breakfast center. So I will go in there and teach. I've taught, I don't do bathrooms. I don't know, just me by a toilet, like teaching. I don't know. Kids can't do it.
I've never done that either. What if somebody had to use it?
Yeah, coffee centers and business centers are so much better. And the Wi-Fi is better in the hotel, the closest by the front desk anyways. True. And so I always have a hotspot, so I have options. And so no, I've never taught in a room like next to neighbors. I also always ask for the end room, or like the corner room wherever we are. Or when we go to a resort, like a timeshare place, I ask for whatever room's closest to the office. on the end. And so I call in advance because we travel often.
Yeah.
And I always ask for them to change it up. So
I've asked
Well,
them to do internet speed tests too, and they've done it.
yeah, they'll do that. They'll do that. And I did that at a Marriott, one particularly grueling Nutcracker week. I did it, and I had to leave because my son and daughter were Clara and Fritz in Nutcracker, and we were staying in Columbus the whole week. And so I did leave the room, but that week was so stressful for me because one morning it was okay for me to teach in the breakfast lounge, and then the next morning I had to go to the ballroom, but then they were having a meeting in the ballroom, so I had to go to this conference room, and so every day they were moving me around, and it was so stressful. Just that particular Marriott or whatever, plus it was right at Christmas time, but I don't know, so I ended up staying in the room. But since that man kind of called me out in the hallway, I really haven't done it again.
Oh, that's funny. I would have been like,
weird. Well, the hardest time I ever had was I went to my daughter. She has a pretty big house, and I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. Everybody will be asleep, and I'll just go downstairs. And I'm realizing they're going to hear me even downstairs. And there wasn't really a closed room. And then I saw Nancy Taylor in a video teaching on a porch. And then I'm like, that'll look weird, for all the neighbors, because it was kind of a lot of houses close together, at 5 a.m. on the porch, going like this, So then I just went in my car and I just set up the iPad on the dashboard and I just smiled extra, and the kids didn't really, it actually turned out good because one of my classes was about neighborhood. And it was one of my regulars. And I was able to turn the camera around. Nice. So there's always a way to make it work. And then it's a great story.
As long as you have an iPad for a backup.
Yeah. It's a great story later too.
And hotspot on your phone. Hotspot on your phone. I wouldn't travel without it. So I never believe what they say at hotels when you call to get what it is, the speed check. They could have weird things happen. Their Wi-Fi could be down. Then you were stuck at McDonald's. So I didn't do any traveling until I got the plan on my phone upgraded to allow for plenty of hotspot access. So
yeah.
And I had an experience, and we're going to talk about traveling, but I had an experience in a hotel, and I see this a lot, just even in people's general classes, whether they're traveling or not, where the ping shoots up. I mean, I was in a hotel and the ping shot up to 2,000, 3,000. I stayed calm and cool. When I watched the playback, nothing looked bad. So I didn't reach out to the firemen. I didn't, do anything. So sometimes, just let it work its way. And especially in hotels, I found that, the ping will jump. So I still travel with the Ethernet.
I do too, but most of them, you can't use them anymore.
Yeah, there's a
lot.
lot.
I still bring mine.
Yeah.
Candy said she taught in her car. The power was out. I taught in a parking lot in my car on my iPad. I know Danny Happy Farms, there's my R. Happy Farms has done that too. So awesome.
I taught on my iPad with a flashlight just somehow because I wasn't prepared. But
I think it's important that we're talking about this because these are things that could come up with these booking requests. If you accidentally accept a 4-week booking request and not a reservation, then you might end up needing some of these ideas, right? You might be in a hotel. You might need to teach out of your car or whatever. So I actually think this is very relevant to what we're talking about. The one time I taught out of a car, it's because I accepted a priority booking, but I also had a meeting. And so the class was at 8:30. My meeting was at 9. So I drove, I closed the slot before it, taught 2 classes, drove with my iPad and my phone with stars to apples, sat in the parking lot of the place where the meeting was, and taught that one class, and then got out and went to the meeting. Because, you don't, like Amanda says, you want to be careful with those cancellations. And at that time I was trying not to cancel because I wanted to get the last the last raise adjustment thing. So but it's very relevant to these booking. It's easy to make a mistake. No one here is saying this isn't confusing, right? There's 4 different kinds of requests that can come in. So if something does happen, reach out, use those Facebook groups, see what resources you can get, digital resources for rewards and props or whatnot to teach wherever you need to.
So next
I have
Monday-
one I messed up on.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a Saturday class at 3 a.m. on December the 5th, and I don't teach on Saturdays. So
And that's
it's
the journey.
That's journey
Yeah,
day.
Now-
journey day.
at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Oh, so I don't know how I accepted that one, but I looked and it had a 4-week attached to it. It was my regular mini, and I must have had like 3 a.m. brain. So usually she's Sunday, not Saturday. So I must have saw an S, and I said okay, and so I got him. So poopaloo. So I'm gonna have to like cancel that one.
That's a big swear word there, Amanda.
Wow.
People love those kind of words.
Need to get a bleep button.
I don't think they'll censor that one.
So anyway, I'm gonna have to take a cancellation for that one, but I'm gonna
Really?
wait and I'm gonna see if she cancels it herself.
Oh, that's
Maybe
a good
she
idea.
didn't realize it was Saturday
Sometimes
either.
that works.
She
They
wants
don't
it. I
teach
know
on
she wants
Saturday.
it, but
Oh.
Yeah,
Um,
I need to go, but could I mention something?
Of
quick?
course.
Totally off topic.
We're all
Tonight,
about it.
tonight I'm doing a cornucopia on my channel with Luann and possibly anybody else who wants to like do it with me, but probably not at this point. But Luann and I are going to make a cornucopia and we're doing it live on my channel. So
Fun.
yeah, if you guys want to
Super
watch.
fun.
Out of bread dough.
If I don't,
See,
are you doing
I
it
would
if I don't catch
come.
the live, I'll watch the replay.
If you
Yeah.
want to, you still can. I'm doing StreamYard, so I can send you a link. Do you
Okay.
know how to make bread dough or
I don't, but like that's the only thing my mom really trusts me to bring to Thanksgiving dinner is the rolls. And so I thought I could blow her mind this year and like bring them in a cornucopia, like
Wow. Yeah. Well,
Oh.
you can either do it with us or you can watch and then do your own later or something. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be tonight at
Fun.
7 Eastern.
awesome.
So-
You have to have the bread dough pre-made, I assume, right?
You need bread dough and then you need foil to make the cone. So you can also use like frozen bread dough, or you can message me behind the scenes. I can tell you how to make it real quick. You only really need to mix it up about an hour ahead of time.
So like Pillsbury popping out of the
That would
cheese
work.
biscuits.
Yeah, that
Okay,
would
all
work.
right, I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
that
all
would
about it. Okay.
I always forget
What
about that. 7 Eastern.
Okay.
So do you want to be
So
live
Melissa,
with
you
us
need to get to
too?
the store.
Do you want to
That's
be
8
live with
o'clock.
us?
Yeah, I can come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll send you the link.
Cool.
Awesome. That'll be fun.
Super fun.
Awesome. Maybe Evelyn. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to or not.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys.
Some of
I
you
gotta
are
go.
frozen, but
Bye,
mine still says excellent.
I gotta
position.
go because I got
Bye,
people
Cindy.
calling me.
Bye, Cindy.
Bye.
And it's probably her homeschool kids. My homeschool kids are like, oh, she went to her computer to work. Bye. Video game. So this is going to be over. I'm going to be like, did you do your science? And they're all going to be like, no.
Science, I'll do that voluntarily. Give me English homework and everything. I ran away from that as a kid. Reading,
Well, it really doesn't matter. That's just what I said, Kasie. But the boys are just,
Oh, really?
any
Science and
subject, they're done.
math. Yeah.
Fortnite ranks higher than mathematics every day.
Right.
Every day. I actually,
Awesome.
but I have one that's really good at persuasive argument because he was trying to tell me how educational Minecraft and Fortnite was.
Oh, Fortnite, you learn all those dances, man.
Some PE in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
All
Jessica
right.
and me too. All right, well, that's all we have for today. I think we're gonna have to make like a clip of some of these because we had some really important things we talked about, but I don't know if anyone wants to sit through an hour just to get about monthly bookings.
Yeah.
But hey, we come
Started
on my channel
strong.
to chat and be friends, right?
It's a collaboration. It's all about talking, and we
Yeah.
collaborated about Amanda Panda's new business. That was important.
Right?
I mean,
Oh, that's what I was squirreling on. Candy had an idea for you, a monthly background box.
oh.
How fun. You can have a big panda.
Panda's got your back.
Not that Amanda needs anything else. Guys, she's got something in the works. Wait till you guys hear
I
all
know.
about it.
She's
So you
busy
need to-
enough.
You need to keep watching Amanda Panda. And anything else upcoming, Amanda? You have a meetup coming up again, right? Another one?
The morning before journey, I will be awake at 2 a.m. teaching my oopsie class. No, I won't. Yes, right before journey, I'm having a little coffee chat. So if you're not sure how Hopin works for like the digital experience for journey, come to and talk to me. I'll give you a little overview. We'll have a little coffee sip before journey starts. So
excellent. And don't forget to check out Amy and Melissa. They are collaborating on ManyCam. Coming up this Monday, we're going to do, or next Monday coming up, we are talking about ManyCam. So that's pretty good timing there. And then the following Monday, I think we're going to have to revisit traveling as a VIP kid teacher. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Right.
That's great.
We will say, oops,
That's great for the
I
holidays, right?
request.
Yeah.
Get your COVID vaccine. Wash your hands.
Not going there on this channel. Nope.
Get your portable background and
Yes.
your ring light, right? Yeah.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Those of you in the chat, please give us a thumbs up and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.